Welcome, it's 8 a.m. by the clock. It's time for the Breakfast Club. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor and we've got a particularly musical day and a musical bulletin lined up for you. Let's tell you all about that in What's on TVC Today. A hard pill to swallow. TVC tells you the multivitamin truth. Should we take multivitamins or not? Well, Bill Gates says there's no downside, but should you buy it? That's coming up on the program. Our top story today, we are looking at a question that is often discussed in drawing rooms and very worried mothers often talk about it as well. Are you worried about not taking a nutritious diet? Have you been asked to take supplements? So many of us sort of get bogged down by this question, and contrasting information is actually available on the web when it comes to supplements. On the program today, we try to answer that very crucial question. Do multivitamins actually make us healthier? Do they make a difference? Is there enough evidence out there that a daily cocktail of essential vitamins and minerals actually delivers what we expect? Well, recently, the former CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates, in an interview said that he takes multivitamins. That's the secret to his success and healthy life. And he also ended up saying that there is no downside to it. He also mentioned that we are seeing, if any, some anomalies, and that's a good thing. But is it really? His latest comments have sparked this entire and reopened this debate on multivitamins, and the medical industry, the doctors clearly seem to be very divided on this front. But we don't have to be divided. We just want for some clear answer that what is best suited for the Indian subcontinent, what is best suited at different age as well. So let's get some answers. Joining us now is Dr. Paritosh Baghel. He's a senior consultant of internal medicine at Fortis in Raheja here in Mumbai. Good morning, doctor. Thank you so much for joining us. My first question really, do you take multivitamins? Do you think everybody should be taking it? And if yes, then at what age should one start really?
So, well, multivitamins, if you look at it, they are supplements. One has to understand that they cannot replace the diet. That is the most important thing which one should remember, that multivitamins are just supplements. So, supplements is to be taken when there is a deficiency or when there is a need for it. You can't supplement, you cannot replace the diet with these vitamins. Who should take it? Well, if there is intake of diet is not good enough, nutritious diet is not being taken, you know, there are certain age groups who may be deficient in particular diet. That is a time when you should take vitamins. Otherwise, not as a blanket thing that one should take vitamins.
So in India specifically, the prescription comes when, especially for pregnant women. If you're pregnant, doctor will definitely put you on a very strict regime. In fact, they define the time of the day when you should have your supplements as well. But you are saying apart from that, say postmenopausal women or people who've undergone, say, surgeries, etc., should they be on prescribed multivitamins?
Well, if you look at medical literature, data shows that the use of multivitamins, especially in pregnancy, that is the only indication where vitamins, especially folic acid and vitamin B12, which is generally recommended to pregnant ladies, that prevents the development of neural tube defects in the fetus. Also during pregnancy, since there is an increased demand in the body, that is the reason why multivitamins are prescribed to pregnancy.
Okay.
In elderly, if you don't eat, you know, especially fruits and vegetables which contain vitamin C, the citrus fruits, then chances of developing vitamin C deficiency is there. Third, people who have specific diets like fat diets, or people who are not consuming adequate amounts of fruits and vegetables, adequate amount of, you know, diet which contain vitamin B12, especially vegetarians, you know. And since India, if you look at India, there's we don't get exposed to the sun, so vitamin D, which is not available in any of the diets. These are the deficiencies.
I was just coming to it. Is there something specific that vegetarians and vegans should look out for, since they don't have any sort of meat or even calcium for that matter coming from milk, etc. in their diet? Should they then get on to supplements to ensure that they're, you know, there's no lapse in the body?
Yes, so if your diet is deficient, then definitely you need vitamins. But again, most of these multivitamins, they contain multiple vitamins which may not be required.
Okay.
You know, and they also contain various nutrients like minerals, zinc, copper, iron. all those things may not be required, you know, it's a combination. So we don't need that. If you're deficient in vitamin A, you need vitamin A supplement. If you're deficient in vitamin B, you need, you know, supplement.
So you're saying don't just buy a brand over the counter, consult with your doctor and get a proper prescription on what you're actually deficient in. Which brings me to, then are you also saying that overdosing of them or pumping yourself with too many vitamins can be harmful?
Yes, yes. So, you know, many of the vitamins, we say that they do not cause any harm. But that is not the idea. You should look at what benefits you get, because certain vitamins, if they are taken in an excess dose, they can accumulate in your body and they can cause, you know, side effects. For example, vitamin D. You know, we are deficient in vitamin D, but excess consumption of vitamin D causes hypervitaminosis D, which has got problems with, you know, excess calcium in the body, which can cause damage to the kidneys, which can damage, you know, so GI upset. So many side effects can happen. Excess vitamin A consumption, especially in smokers, or, you know, that can, you know, that has shown to increase the risk of lung cancer as well. So these are the things which, you know, when you overdose anything, be it vitamins, you know, it's of no use. It can cause more harm to your body.
So be careful about it.
Yes.
Let's look at it geographically and us as a gene pool doctor then. You know, in the Indian subcontinent, you're right when you say that we know that we are vitamin D deficient, because now what you get in the sun is just UV. It's not vitamin D anymore. Doctors prescribe, and even when kids are born, they're told, you know, like take vitamin D. Adults are also prescribed. B12 we know is a deficiency. Vitamin C sometimes we know is a deficiency. Apart from these, are we prone to certain deficiencies and thus we should substitute it with some vitamins?
Yeah, so for example, there are certain groups of people who have a certain dietary habits. Like as you told, vegetarian. They are prone for vitamin B12 deficiency because vitamin B12 is not adequately present in vegetarian diet. So those people who do not consume vitamin B, non-vegetarian diet or milk-based products, they will develop vitamin B12 deficiency. They should take vitamins, right? As a subcontinent, vitamin D, although there is so much of exposure of sun, we hardly go out in the sun to get, because vitamin D is not available in any of the dietary sources. So we need to get exposed to the sun. If you are not, if you have a lifestyle which prevents you to going out in the sun, you know, and whenever we are out, we are covered with, you know, so that is those are the people who should consider taking vitamin D. But again, one should test it, consult a doctor, because these vitamins can have side effects if you take it for long term.
That's a good point over there. So basically get these tests done first, understand what your body needs, and only then start pumping yourself with these vitamins. It's not one size fit all when it comes to this at all. Thanks so much, doctor, for joining us. Let's get a sort of nutritionist aspect